Hello guys, what is up? It's Jade, back with another video, and today we're doing a little bit of an investigation. So I'm sure many of you have heard of Disc 11, and I'm sure you've all heard crazy theories, but I am going to give you all the theories that are out there. I'm going to lay them out on the table, and then I'm going to tell you my own story and what I think is going on in Disc 11. But yeah, that's what we have planned for today. Let's get right into it. So before we get into the theories, I just want to play you guys Disc 11. I'm not going to say anything, I'm not going to make any comments, I just want you to listen to the disc, and then I will explain some theories, but here is Disc 11. Alright, oops, that is Disc 11, guys. So, the most common theory that I have found is that Steve is mining. He's in a mine, he's in a cave, something, and he finds like a stronghold or a chest or a dungeon, and he opens it and he finds an old book. This one theory that I'm reading here says that it could have been an encyclopedia, and he starts flipping through the pages, and since it's an old book, it's dusty, and the dust gets in his face and he coughs, which is where the coughing noise comes in, if you guys heard that. And then you can hear the pages flipping, and then you can hear flint and steel, which people think that is just him trying to get light so he can see. And then some people think that maybe he saw an Enderman in the cave, and he looks up the Enderman in this book, which is why people say it's an encyclopedia. And once he looks up the Enderman, he makes the mistake of looking it in the eyes, which is where the running starts, and you can hear him running across stone, and then probably to the entrance of the cave is where the dirt is, and then finally at the end the Enderman catches up with him, which is where the Enderman noise comes in at the end, and he dies. That's the most common theory. Another theory, I don't know if you guys have heard Disc 13. Disc 13 very clearly matches up with Disc 11, so I'm going to play you guys those. Oops, I just threw it. I'm going to play you guys those discs at the same time and let you see how similar, or how they mesh together. Like, it's like they were meant to be played at the same time. So why don't we just do that? Okay, as Disc 13 finishes here, I don't know if you noticed, but while they were playing together, Disc 13 cuts off as the player starts to run, which is theorized to just, it's supposed to create suspense, and after the player supposedly dies, Disc 13 starts up again, and as you can see, Disc 11 has stopped. Disc 11 is not playing anymore, but that people think that is just to make it more sinister and eerie and mysterious. Nobody exactly knows why these two discs are connected, or what they mean, or what they could possibly be. But there's lots of different theories. Some theories say that Steve is using a compass, trying to navigate through the cave. And some say that the book he's using is a map, not a book. There's just so many different ones. Most people agree that this was done, or this recording is in a cave. They don't think that it was in a dungeon, or not a dungeon, a mine shaft, because there's wood blocks in the mine shaft and you would hear wood. Most people assume that the noise at the end is an Enderman, but there are lots of different ideas of what it could be. Some people think it was Herobrine, actually, that killed him, although the creator of the discs explicitly said that Herobrine is not linked to this. This does not have anything to do with Herobrine. Some people think that the loud booming sound at the end is an explosion, so they think that maybe he used the flint and steel, that sound at the beginning that sounded like flint and steel. He lit TNT, and he ran out of the cave because the TNT was about to explode, and it did, and that's what the sound at the end is. A lot of people have noted that if you listen to Disc 13, there's a lot of cave noises, like dripping and chirping, and a lot of ambient sounds. It says, oh, this is interesting. This fact says that there is a clear connection to 13 different ambient cave sounds, and that's why it's called Disc 13. But, however, there's not really a reason why Disc 11 is called Disc 11, as far as I know. And a lot of people like to point out that there's no Disc 12. Some people think that since Disc 13 continues going after Disc 11 stops, that Disc 12 is the continuation of the story, but it was like a lost disc or something. Along with the explosion, some people think that the sound at the very end, when Disc 13 is playing, you hear a splash of water, and some people think that the explosion from the TNT knocked him into a pool of water, and that's why the dripping sound happens, because you can hear the wet clothes. But in that story, Steve is not dead, and he makes it out. So maybe Disc 12, the missing Disc 12, is what happens when he goes home, because Disc 13 keeps going off. So, those are all the theories. Personally, if we play these two discs again, I can explain a little bit. But, so, wait for this disc to start. Oh, I totally didn't even place them. Oh my gosh, what am I doing? God, okay, here it is. There we go, I got it. So, it sounds like it's another mine, a cave, a dungeon, a stronghold, something. Looking around. Here, he's lighting a torch so he can see. That's what I think. And then he coughs, there's cave dust or something. Probably where he's looking at the map or the book, because the page is full of studs. that sounds like an explosion. Like, if you listen, it sounds like an Enderman sound, like an angry Enderman sound. That's just, it doesn't sound like an explosion to me. But yeah, that is my theories for Disclebinin 13. I think it's in a cave. He's looking at a map. He lights flint and steel. He sees an Enderman. He looks it in the eyes. He starts running out of the cave, and boom, the Enderman gets him. I think the theory of the creeper, or the explosion could be possible, but I just don't think the sound at the end sounds like an explosion. But the theory of Herobrine, I just don't think there's any solid proof of it being Herobrine. Even, like, the creator said that it wasn't intended to be Herobrine. So, yeah, I don't think it's a Herobrine reference. But, yeah, that's my theory. So, let me know what you guys think in the comments. I want to hear your theories. I want to hear your ideas. What do you guys think? But that's about all for today. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you like this Disc 13 music in the background. But yeah, that's it. See you guys in the next one.